conference with the accusers and their attorneys. It's happening as we speak in California. In a lawsuit filed today against Smokey Robinson, the women who used to work for him say he sexually assaulted them and created a hostile work environment, among other things. Robinson's wife is also named in the lawsuit. It details multiple allegations, some as recent as last year. One employee says Robinson sexually assaulted her at least 23 times. 3 of the women say they didn't want to report it to police, in part because they were afraid of risking the possible adverse effect on their immigration statuses, according to the suit. Another says Robinson's, quote, brutal sexual advances were constant and even predictable while she worked for him. His accusers are seeking at least $50 million. NBC News has reached out to Robinson's reps for comment. No word back yet. Camila Bernal is joining us now. And obviously, Camila, this is a late-breaking situation. What else do we know? What else are we learning?
Hallie, these are some serious allegations, and the attorneys just now calling Smokey Robinson a serial rapist that needs to be stopped. So again, we have not heard from Smokey Robinson, but these allegations include sexual assault, battery, false imprisonment, you name it. I mean, here is what they're saying. They're saying that these allegations happened repeatedly. You mentioned one of the women saying it happened at least 23 times. The attorneys and the lawsuit saying that you could see a pattern in these allegations. All of them were either housekeepers or house staff, and some of them even working together at the same time. The oldest of these cases going back to 2006, employment in that year. And you mentioned the latest happening just last year. These women saying that they were forced to resign because of the repeated sexual assault that they went through. And you mentioned some of them saying that they were worried about their immigration status. Their attorneys also saying they were worried because they lived paycheck to paycheck. They needed that money and were afraid of losing their livelihoods. They were also afraid, essentially, of the status and the influence that Smokey Robinson had, and were afraid of essentially speaking out. Some of these things, obviously not something I can detail on TV, but some serious allegations. How?
Welcome to Nora Christine Live. I'm your girl, Nora Christine. I'm here today on this beautiful Wednesday, Hump Day Wednesday, and we are going to talk about fashion and grape allegations. So, also, Kanye and Pierce Morgan went live. And do you think it was a successful interview? How many minutes in do you think Kanye stayed before he left? Because, you know, that's his thing. He leaves in interviews. So I'm also taking calls, guys. 407-602-8114. 407-602-8114. You want to meet me, talk your ish, say hello to your girl, hit me up. I'm going to be on for about an hour or so. So get those calls in sooner rather than later. But in that first clip that we talked about Smokey Robinson. The Motown legend Smokey Robinson has been sued for $50 million. It seems like 4 illegals got together and decided to sue him. It was a complaint filed in Los Angeles Superior Court that accused, now Smokey is 85 years old. They're accusing him of battery, false imprisonment, negligence, and gender violence, in addition to a number of labor violations, including wages, breaks, meal times, and overtime pay. The lawsuit, they're saying, is also naming out his wife, Frances Robinson, claiming she contributed to a hostile work environment and used ethnically pejorative words and language. Representatives for the Robinsons did not immediately respond to requests for comment, and the accusations could not be independently verified. Robinson was Motown's first hit maker, with writing hits for Mary Wells labeled My Guy, and The Temptations' My Girl. He was born in Michigan, okay? He's had 4,000 songs that are given credit in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Crazy. I mean, you know, they're naming out his second wife, Frances, in the suit. Robinson's reputation and stature was an intimidating factor, they're saying, for the accusers who were made to feel powerless. Their lawyer said at a press conference in Los Angeles, they're Hispanic women who were employed by the Robinsons earning below minimum wage. As low-wage women in vulnerable positions, they said they lack the resources and options necessary to protect themselves. You know, they're including grape in this. They're saying that there three are former housekeeper and one was Stinger's personal assistant, cook, and hairdresser. In the lawsuit, all four women claimed that he would summon them to various areas of the properties in Chatsworth, Bell Canyon, and Las Vegas at times when his wife was away, sometimes emerging naked from a shower. He forced them to have various types of S over a number of years, starting in 2006. They said that he would assault them in a room called the Blue Bedroom of his Chatsworth residence, claiming he would lay down a towel to protect the bed sheets prior to the assaults. They're also saying that he raped one of them in the laundry room and garage of the Chatsworth residence, where closed circuit cameras weren't able to see. The woman claimed that during the alleged assaults, Robinson used physical barriers and threats of force to prevent them from fleeing. All four women said that they were overworked, working 10-hour days for 6 days a week without being paid minimum wage or overtime. They also claimed to have worked holidays without receiving a holiday rate. Woo! Wow. I don't know what to tell you. Um, y'all let me know in the chat what y'all think. Do y'all think did he do it? Is it real or is it fake? I mean, Smokey Robinson is a legend. He's a good looking man too. Do y'all believe this? Is it real? Is it fake? I don't know what to believe. Okay, guys. It sounds to me like a group of women got together, ganged up on poor Smokey, and said, let's do this suit. So I'm not particularly convinced that it's real, but more to come. I mean, there's a lot that can be said with this. The other interesting thing that happened that came out in the last few days is the Sneeko Paris Morgan interview. I got that coming up next. But let's talk about some Diddy, guys. Did he do it? Diddy's trial started this week. The jury selection is ongoing. They're hoping to have a jury by Monday because that's when it's going to officially start. They're saying it's going to be about 4 to 8 weeks long. Let's watch this clip, guys. R. Kelly's attorney. Let's see what she has to say in this, and I'm going to play it now.
End of it, he says something to the effect of, all these people knew they had a responsibility to me to call me and take my calls back in around Easter, he claims, because it's and that was posted around that time, 6 months about before he got arrested. If I'm going down, y'all going down with me, okay? What that is, and I've talked about this with R. Kelly, okay? He is saying, listen, guys, none of y'all are calling me back. None of y'all are listening. None of y'all want to talk to me now. Well, guess what? I'm going down and that's fine, but you're going to go down with me. At the end of it,
I'm curious who's going to go down with him. I mean, let's talk about some names here. TD Jakes stepped down this last week from his church. I'm hearing that your boy LeBron James has decided to take a break from basketball. Coincidentally, all around, I remember he stepped away from basketball around the time that Diddy got arrested. I don't know if y'all remember that. So it's a lot of people that could be involved here. But what names are being dropped? Let's talk about the names, guys. It came out this week that so far the two names that have been released is Michael Myers and Michael B. Jordan, the actor. So they're saying that Michael B. Jordan's connection to this is because he was allegedly threatened by Diddy over his relationship with Cassie at the time. Okay. Also, Mike Myers is involved over a joke. Okay. They're saying it was due to a joke. It's unclear why Myers was on the list, but there is one scene in his Austin Powers movie that includes a Diddy joke. Jury selection is expected to wrap up by the end of the week, with opening statements tentatively scheduled for May 12th. The proceedings, like I said, I said 4 to 8 weeks. This article is saying 8 to 12, or 8 to 10. So I mean, pretty much, this is a lot, guys. I mean, what do we think? Do we think he did it? Is he guilty? I want to know what you guys think. I mean, I've been asked this numerous times on numerous panels, and I do think he's guilty of something. To the extent that they're saying probably not, but he definitely is guilty of assault. We saw him beat the s out of Cassie. So unfortunately, it's not looking too good. The jury pool narrows, but selection will have to wait. They're saying this is the latest update today Okay, breaking news. Jury selection in Sean Diddy Combs' ongoing trial is continuing as prosecutors and the one-time Moguls attorneys face off over the panel, or the jurors, I should say. Lawyers reconvened today to continue their interviews of prospective jurors. Jurors have been questioned one by one by Judge Aaron Subramanian, the prosecution and the defense, to determine who qualifies. Okay, by the end of court proceedings on May 7th, attorneys had narrowed down to 45. Jesus, that's a big pool. Jurors were repeatedly asked if they or a family member or a friend had been a victim of S assault, S harassment, or domestic violence, and whether they or a loved one has been charged of such crimes. During his pre-trial hearing on May 2nd, he turned down the plea deal, guys. So they did offer him a plea. It's unclear what that plea deal was, but he's turned it down. A judge previously rejected a request from the rapper's legal team to delay the start of the trial. Oh my goodness, guys. Let me tell you why that's relevant. If y'all recall, couple months ago, one of his high profile attorneys quit, and dude was telling them, hey, we need more time. That was the time to ask for more time. Not now, not the week of the trial. 2 months ago, he should have asked for more trial. But I can tell you why Diddy didn't do it. Diddy was getting antsy. He's like, I want to get out of jail. What do you mean you need more time? But the reality is he needed more time, guys. So I'm curious what evidence is there. I'm curious what was the more time needed. Is it going to help him? Is it going to hurt him? I don't know. I mean, obviously they're not prepared. The age bracket of the jurors they're saying is mid 20s to early 70s. The group who will decide Diddy's fate is not yet final in ink. The legal teams will need to return. So they're returning Friday, May 9th, because tomorrow's the 8th, ahead of opening statement set for next week. Ooh, it's not looking too good. Combs' defense referenced a meme that they implied the potential juror may have interacted with on social media. So one was kicked off, or they're trying to get kicked off. When the judge asked the juror if they may have seen things while doom scrolling that might have been biased, they said no. So they're trying to say, hey, is there any way you could have seen this? The potential juror went to the same high school as Combs, though they graduated 30 years apart. A sleep deprived possible juror avoids recusal after admitting to being lazy. Someone said, hey, bro, I'm lazy. You don't want to pick me. I was tired, the potential juror responded. I was binging the new Star Wars series Andor. It just came out. Suburian laughed at his admission and said, will you be able to concentrate or will you be too busy binging? He said, like I said, I was binging. I was just being lazy. Although federal prosecutors said the potential juror was meandering and were worried about his own personal discipline if he was selected for the trial, Suburban said none of his answers warranted a dismissal. He did, though, call the juror sleep deprived. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm curious. I mean, they said Diddy's great. Diddy said he was nervous. Potential juror said that they were confused on domestic violence charges. Judge admonishes lawyer for racial remarks. The judge overseeing Combs' sex trafficking trial admonished a lawyer close to the hip hop mogul's defense team for referring to the prosecutors in the case as a six-pack of white women in comments on a podcast. The lawyer, Mark Garrigos, he's very famous, said on the Two Angry Men podcast with TMZ's Harvey Levin that the racial and gender composition of the six-member prosecution team was interesting. Garrigos said race may be an undercurrent of the trial, but would not be a focus on Combs's defense. That's something that you shouldn't and that no one should be saying as an officer of the court and a member of the bar, the judge said, in a private conversation in his roving room on May 6th before juror selection. Wow. Diddy, listen, bro, it's not looking too good for you, okay? It's really not looking too good for you. Other celebrity names that have come out, guys. You ready? Michael B. Jordan, Kid Cudi, Cassie, Michelle Williams, Mike Myers, Dallas Austin, Lauren London, and Don Richard. Okay. So these are the celebrities involved. How are they involved? That is the smoking gun question. How are these people involved? Let me know in the chat how you think they're involved. Again, I'm taking calls right now. If anyone would like to speak to me, 407-602-8114, 407-612-8114. The other thing that happened this week that was very interesting is right now, we are going into talk about we're going to talk about the whole Sneeko Kanye West interview. I'm going to play some clips and we'll break it up and we'll do some reactions. It's my first time watching it with you guys, so you guys get to watch it with me. I wanted to kind of do a reaction. I've never done that. So let me know what you think about it. But here we go. Let's watch these clips together.
I'm getting your multi-tracks right now. I'm about to step in this interview, but I can hop back on in about whenever it's done. That nuance right there, it's idiotic. It just shows the hate that you put out for people that put love. There's so much love in the art that I put out.
With due respect, okay, what are you talking about?
We have to admit this is somewhat entertaining. You know, this is going to be laughed at by many people. It's not what I expected,
what's entertaining?
But that was funny.
Ye West is rarely out of the headlines at the moment. It's fair to say the headlines are equally rarely positive. The rapper, producer, and fashion designer is currently working on a new album. Several new tracks were previewed on a recent live stream with his friend Sneeko. And both Sneeko and Ye join me now. Well, welcome to Uncensored. Ye, we haven't spoken for a while. How are you?
I'm doing good. I don't use the term West, you know, the whole drop the slave name idea.
Okay, so we just call you Ye, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, look, when I last interviewed, we had a long conversation. And since then, a lot has happened in your life. And so I'm grateful for the opportunity to try and talk to you about some of this. How would you say your life is at the moment?
This fool is on his phone, y'all.
I mean, you see that view?
Yeah. Your life is good?
Well, judge it on the view as the answer to how my life is. Judge me by the view.
Well, the view is Mallorca. I've been there. It's a beautiful place. And for all intents and purposes, you seem very relaxed and happy. That is in direct contrast to your public image at the moment over the last couple of years, led by your ferocious... Well, hang on, let me finish the question. Led by your ferocious use of...
No, but I already disagree. It's not in contrast. There's so many people and artists that are championing the idea of someone being able to just express who they really are and have been able to go through the war of being attacked by the banks, being attacked, you know, by the banks. That's the best way to put it, being attacked by the banks and to still be here with this view is, you know, that's the win. So I think I'm in contrast to your contrast.
Okay, but the point I was going to make is that I watch what you put out on X. You got 32 million followers, so you're one of the most followed people.
See, wait. Now look right now. You're not gonna take inches off my dick, bro. Like, how many followers do I have?
Well, how many is it?
I think you could do the study. You got a whole staff over there.
I thought it was 32 million. How many is it? You obviously know.
How many is it?
I mean, no. I mean, don't help them out. You know, they.
I'm told it's 33 million now. So congratulations. You're slightly bigger following than I thought.
No, congratulations. Your information is correct. You're not just some, you know, dude trying to sub. You know, I'm a gift, bro. You know what I mean? Why do all you people in media act like you haven't played my songs at your weddings or graduations or at funerals or when your child was born? You know, you take somebody that's living like a Lennon, a Michael Jackson, and you just take all this time to just like that nuance right there. It's idiotic. It just shows the hate that you put out for people that put love. There's so much love in the art that I put out.
What are you talking about? I haven't said anything.
What are you talking about? It's 30. Okay, now you're not taking accountability or responsibility.
You said it. You know, you implied I haven't played your music. Of course, I played your music.
No, sir. This is what you get for now. We can circle back when you can count.
Okay. Where's he gone, Sneeko?
Did he leave?
Yeah, that's it for Ye. But it's nice to meet you, Piers.
Where's he gone?
I think he's just going back to work. There's several things he's working on. I was not aware he was going to leave like this, but it seems like he got upset about the...
So it's all just a game, is it? Is that the idea?
Followers. I mean, life is a video game, is it?
No, I just wondered what the point of this exercise was. Was he supposed to do an interview or not?
Are you supposed to do an interview? But I mean, the amount of Twitter followers, something like that, it's patronizing for no reason. You said his name incorrectly. You know his name is Ye. This is very public about that. Hopefully we could do it. I think this was good. We were prepared for a good interview, but come on, you know what you were doing.
What do you think I'm doing?
I think you were trying to patronize very intentionally by getting those two things, under his skin. Maybe it could have been about past interviews or because of what happened yesterday. But I mean, this information is not that difficult.
Let's pause for a second, guys. I'm struggling with this. I don't think Pierce Morgan said anything patronizing or disrespectful. Sorry, Kanye, you're acting like a crying toddler. You walked off the set like a child. Like, this is so unprofessional. If Kanye wasn't one of the biggest rappers in the world, he would be done. You don't do this. Like, it's so unprofessional. He just shouldn't have showed up. Like, maybe this is his get back to Pierce, because Pierce has gotten some good content off of him. But let's continue, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the chat. Also, pause for the cause. We are taking phone calls, 407-602-8114. If you'd like to talk to me, 407-602-8114. Also, if you are watching, I see you guys watching, please hit the like button. Also, please give us a share, give us a subscription, share it to some friends. This is us having a nice talk. We talked about Smokey Robinson. We gave you the Diddy update. Now we're on the Kanye segment. And then after this, we're going to wrap up looking at some of the Met Gala fashions. So let me play the rest of the interview now.
Difficult to get right.
Yeah, we called him Ye, and we got his Twitter following count wrong by 1 million, from 32 to 33 million. Also, for the record, you guys dicked us around yesterday, and you seem to find that very entertaining and amusing in your live stream, which I'm sure you will now. You kept all my crew in Spain and here waiting, and then wasted their time. And then you got us all back now, and you've wasted our time again. And you again may find that funny and entertaining, and that's fine. I don't. I think it's a total waste of everyone's time and effort and money.
Well, I mean, it is. I was ready for the interview yesterday, too. My time is important as well, regardless if it was wasted. We have to admit this is somewhat entertaining. This is going to be laughed at by many people.
What's entertaining?
That was funny. That's undeniably walking off right into the beginning of an interview is funny.
Yeah.
I don't see what's funny. I think it's unprofessional.
Out of interest,
you were subjective.
Out of interest, what do you do with him?
I'm working on several films right now. I am streaming out here. I'm editing, and I work on things behind the scenes, some inspiration for art. I'm just there to try to help fulfill his vision.
Well, let me ask you the questions I would have asked him. So, I mean, out of interest, what is with his obsession with Hitler? Why is he so rampantly anti-Semitic?
I'm not going to answer questions on his behalf.
Well, you're going to have to, because he's not there.
On his behalf.
He's not there.
What's that?
He's not there. Literally, he's dropping a track today called Heil Hitler. Why are you happy to be associated with somebody like that, out of interest?
I'm not going to speak on his art and his vision.
I'm asking you why you're happy to be associated with somebody who most of the world believes is now a rampant anti-Semite.
Well, you're associated as well. Your show's called Piers Morgan Uncensored. Yeah. You tried to get him censored on X, and here you are on the days we're going to release the song doing an interview with him. So we're all involved here. It's not like I'm the only one complicit.
Yeah, the reason I wanted to get him on was because I don't think anyone holds him to account for anything he does on X. And in fact, he deliberately breaches all of X's rules, and yet he does it with impunity and is allowed to do it, whereas millions of other accounts get suspended for far less offenses. So I was going to ask him directly, which is why I mentioned his X following. I was going to ask him about what he puts on X and why he does this, why he continually attacks Jewish people, why he continually celebrates Adolf Hitler. And then I'm curious about, given he's not there, can't answer these questions, what your association is with this guy, and whether you're comfortable to be associated with somebody who most people consider to be an anti-Semite.
I think I just answered this question. And these are good questions. I think I just answered half.
We haven't answered the question, have you?
But I mean, if I did, you said, "What are you doing out here?" And I said, "I'm doing films, and I'm recording behind the scenes, and I'm streaming, and I'm editing and helping fulfill his vision."
Have you been helping him with the track Heil Hitler?
No, I don't. I'm not a music guy. And if you wanted to get questions about his Twitter or X correct, then you should have got the number of followers correct. That was something intentional that you knew what you were doing.
So I got
if you
the
know
size
everything
of his
about
wrong.
what he's
Is that what you say?
Well, if you know everything else that he's tweeting, you should have got that right as well.
Oh, don't be so pathetic, Sneaker. Honestly, what you're trying to do is you're trying to get good content which will promote you, Sneeko. And I'm just curious how you, Sneeko, deal with the fact that you are so openly associating yourself
You asked
now
that question
with somebody who seems to worship Adolf Hitler and is pro the Nazis. Do you feel comfortable about that?
No, we worship God. There's a
No, he worships Adolf Hitler.
That I'm here promoting this. We could talk about how
He
pathetic it is
worships Adolf Hitler.
That you were essentially working for Israel up until a couple months ago, and
really,
promoting
when was I working for Israel?
Like genocide and not pushing back.
When was I working for Israel?
If it's pathetic to make films behind the scenes of one of the greatest living artists, probably the greatest living artist.
Well, he certainly was.
You point the finger at you.
He certainly was he was a great artist. Unfortunately, he's become a rampant anti-Semite who adores Adolf Hitler, embraces Nazism, uses swastikas,
I'm pretty sure he says he loves everyone.
To sell his merchandise,
I'm not going to speak
and
for
has
him,
a new record out called Heil Hitler. So forgive me if I don't currently see him as one of the world's great
in this question is incorrect.
Yeah, but I don't see
everything you're saying in this question is incorrect.
Sorry.
The song isn't out. The song isn't out for one. And two, he says he loves everyone. He says he loves Jews. He says he loves Hitler. He says he loves everybody. But
so when he says, let me ask you, given you're the one sitting there, he said Jews were better as slaves. You have to put your Jews in their place and make them into your slaves. You then said make your Jews work for you, but watch them as close as you can. Whip the Jews. You comfortable with that, Sneeko?
I think I find it funny. That's not something that I would do personally. I don't whip anybody.
You think it's funny, do you? Whipping Jews?
Slavery.
Using Jews as slaves? You think that's funny?
I think the context of that is funny, yeah.
What's the humor?
I'm missing
the humor. What's the humor?
I mean, do you want me to break down a joke for you?
You think it's a joke, do you, about whipping Jews?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a joke because I've been here for a couple of weeks and he hasn't whipped any Jews.
Really? So because he hasn't actually whipped any yet,
that's a joke. He really has.
Yeah.
Really has. But Piers, before I leave, I don't want to speak on his behalf. If you're agreeing
what
that
choice
he's
do we
the
have?
greatest living artist right now.
You set this farce up. He's dicked us around. You're the one left. So you're going to have to be accountable for him. Unless you want to walk away too.
Accountable? What do you want to hold me accountable?
If you don't want to answer questions either, you are free to stand up and walk away like a little sniveling.
Well, you can ask questions.
Too.
If you have questions for me, then I'll feel free to answer
Here's my
those.
question for you. Why is your mate Ye?
Is this whole thing going to be interrupting, or is this whole thing just going to be interrupting? Do you want me to speak at all?
You're sounding like Andrew Tate Light, like his annoying little younger brother we never knew about. Okay, doesn't work with me. Okay, you set this thing up. It's obviously some kind of
elaborate. Oh Lord, okay. Ooh, he said you sound like Andrew Tate Light. Okay, guys, I've had enough of that. So yeah, listen, I have to agree with Paris. Like you set up this interview and you just walked up. That's the same thing he did when he went in Timcast IRL last year, if you guys remember, with Nick Fuentes. Yay. What is you doing, bro? I mean, I guess he's trying to promote his music. I've never heard this new album. Is it good, guys? Let me know. Are people like really rocking this? I don't know. I have never heard it. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't even know what it sounds like, but I'm going to have to trust you guys. You guys think it sounds good. I trust you. But yeah, guys, let's get to the fashions, the best part of the show. We're going to talk all about the Met Gala, aka the Dem Gala, aka the Diddy Party Jr. So like, look, this is Doechii. This is that chick that said that she thinks that men have to be gay or something like that. This is her. This is Megan. They said Megan was kicked out because homegirl snuck in a phone. Like, how lame is that? Like, everybody knows that there's a no phone rule. Like, why would you do that? So that I don't know how true that is, but they claim she was kicked out for that. This is hold on, guys. Let me get to the next. This is Sierra and Russell Wilson. Do you guys really believe that they were virgins when they got married? Let me know in the chat if you really believe that they were virgins when they got married. So Sierra and her husband, they've been together, you guys know, for a few years now. She has a previous child by Future. He was there too. They said he debuted a new style. He had some blonde in his hair. I don't know if I saved that one. And the big announcement was Rihanna. Riri's pregnant again. Let's watch this.
How are you?
I want to see that bump looks so
Thank
cute.
you.
The question is, how are you? How are you feeling?
I'm good. I'm shockingly feeling okay.
Yeah.
And not too overwhelmed at the moment. I mean, at first it was kind of like, oh,
Is this putting R9 on pause even longer? Because you were in production.
No, maybe a couple videos, but
A couple videos.
I could sing.
Yes, you can.
How are you?
I want to.
So Rihanna was supposed to have her album that she's been pushing off, but honey, Rihanna doesn't need to put out an album. She's a millionaire. Like, I think people forget how much money Rihanna has. She has a lot of money, guys. I mean, she's like a billionaire, excuse me, not even a millionaire. And the jokes that everybody was saying, I got to talk about this, guys. Everybody was attacking Rihanna because they're like 3 kids in and no ring. Why would Rihanna marry ASAP Rocky? What benefit would it be for her at this point? Yes, as far as a Christian, she should. Me personally, as a Christian, you should get married, especially before marriage. And even then, once you do put the cart in front of the horse, unfortunately, and you have kids, you should get married for the kids. But I don't think Rihanna's a Christian. So at this point, what benefit would it be for Rihanna to get married? So shouts out to her. This is Haley Bieber. You know, she's Justin Bieber's wife. She recently had a baby. She looks amazing, guys. Amazing. It's not fair, guys. She looks so good. Probably has a little punk still, but still looks amazing. She just had a baby a few months ago. You know, Justin Bieber been going through it. This is A$AP Rocky talking
stole
about
from
Rihanna,
you.
actually.
You and Rihanna often steal from each other's closets. What's the last thing that she stole from you?
She's a fucking thief, man. I don't know, but I'm gonna get her back though. I'm gonna get her back. She's a thief. She be stealing all my pieces, my favorite pieces, and I gotta go steal it back. So I don't remember. It's too much pieces to like keep track, honestly.
Really? She probably
You want to
paid
steal
for it.
back?
All right, that was 2 questions. I'm gonna answer yours and then ask it again.
What do you want to steal from her?
You know, I already stole her heart, so I think I got enough. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think you got enough because she's the one that's really rocking her career. She made sure she got you a good attorney so you can be free. Here's Simone Biles over here with her husband. I think is she pregnant? I believe she's pregnant, if I remember correctly, or she just had a baby. Either is pregnant or just had a baby. She's so talented. Black girl magic right here. Shouts out to all the little black gymnasts and all the little gymnasts together. Such a positive inspiration. All right, here is the Kardashian host. I mean, Kylie Jenner. I wonder where her boyfriend is. Was he too busy for her? I guess he made sure he showed up when he was hugged up with her and kissing all over her at Coachella. She's not aging gracefully though, guys. She's looking a little rough for the wear. She needs to go get some Botox. Kim definitely has it over her, in my opinion. And this was the Black Choir. So supposedly, guys, I got tea. I want to tell you guys about the Met Gala. So, you know, every year the Met Gala has a theme, as you guys know, may or may not know. And this year's theme was super fine, tailoring Black style. Tailoring for the theme explored Black style and tailoring, focusing on the influence of the Black dandy in the Western world and how fashion has been used as a tool of both enslavement and liberation. So of course they did something because, you know, all the Dems were there. AOC goes to this. Kamala goes to this. Kamala just can't, you know, luckily she was able to get off the bottle and show up. I'm going to show you guys a picture of her. This is the band singing, the choir. This is actually a beautiful scene. There's Anna Wintour right there.
To keep me from getting to you, babe. I told you you could always count on me, darling.
Oh, this is just so zesty. Anyways, moving on. So what's the next clip? So this is Nicole Kidman, as you know. The only tea on Nicole Kidman that I can tell y'all is Tom Cruise and her. You know, I don't know if Tom was there, but she was there. I don't know if Keith Urban was there. I believe Keith Urban is her husband. But yeah, Nicole Kidman, she's had a good year. She has some pretty good shows that came out this year. Here's Rihanna. Speaking of which, you get to see the full belly. So looks about, I'll say she's about 4 to 6 months pregnant here. She doesn't look full blown in the 3rd trimester. She looks like she's still in the 2nd. This is FKA's wig. He looks amazing. I like this look. It kind of gives me a 1920s beautiful look. She's a beautiful girl. You know, she did that video with, speaking of Kanye, with Kanye's daughter. Kanye's daughter was with her in that video. Here is SZA. This is a very pretty look. I like the red on her. That's a pretty hair color. Here's Mary J. Blige, speaking of Diddy. Here's Lauryn Hill, always doing the most. You know, she never shows up on time. I'm curious if she showed up on time for this. I've heard stories that Lauryn Hill will make you sit there for 2-3 hours waiting on her when you go to a concert. So I'm curious, was she on time for this or was she late? Let me know in the chat, guys, if we know she was on time or late. Andre 3000 wearing a piano. Guys, do you think he really wore this or was this like some sort of humiliation ritual? Let me know in the chat. Almost made me feel like they said you need to wear this piano on your head. And you know, who knows? Maybe he has an album coming out and they're like, we need you to wear this. I don't know if you guys remember that when he wore that. So yeah, guys. I don't know why he's wearing a piano, guys. Like he looks dumb. And here's Katy Perry. You know, she just came off of that fake flight. I mean, space flight. Ooh, did I say fake flight? I meant space flight. She just came back from space. So she found time to attend this. Lizzo. Let's talk about Lizzo, y'all. Lizzo looks amazing. Okay. Amazing. Lizzo is an inspiration. She's covered up. She looks so good. I think working out, taking care of yourself, this proves why you should eat healthy, take care of yourself. So shouts out to Lizard. Let's look at Tracy Ellis Ross, guys. Her mother came and stole the show. I'm gonna play the clip of her mom next, but this is Tracy Ellis Ross. She's in her tailored outfit with her big old bow. I think she kind of looks stupid, but I mean, what do y'all think about this big ass bow? I mean, not my favorite look. Look at Raven. She shows up with her mini me, I guess. Raven looks nice and tailored and nice and good. This is Kamala, guys. So, like I told you, this was a Dem party. The Democrats tweeted her. Why would the Dems tweet her, guys? Is she going to make a play for 2028? Are they setting her up or are they finally hanging her up? I don't know. Let me know in the chat, guys, if you think Kamala has a chance. Here is Colin Kaepernick and Nessa. This is him and his girlfriend. Does Colin have a chance to finally make a team, guys? He's getting older. I think me and him are about the same age. So he's getting up there. Here's Alicia Keys. Okay, not my favorite look. I like the suit itself, but all the extras just I don't know. I don't like the hair. The hair could go, but the suit looks cute. This is Zoe Saldana. Do we like her? I don't know. What was the drama with her? I feel like there was some drama. This is I gotta give Cardi B when she looked good because she ain't been looking good lately. She looks amazing here. I like the makeup. The hair, I guess, goes with the style for the era. And this look is to die for. I gotta give it to her when she looks good. This is beautiful. The green, the velvet, everything. Here's Angela Bassett. Black don't crack, baby. Look how good she looks. Shouts out to Angela. Uh-oh, wait. Okay. I guess they don't want me to show Angela today. I'll move on. Here's Megan Thee Stallion before she got kicked out, I guess. What do we think of Megan's look? It looks good. I think she looks nice. She's lost a ton of weight too. She must be on that Ozempic. Here's Teyana Taylor. She looked bomb. I got to give this whole little pimp look, bomb.com. She looks fly. So this is Zendaya, guys. Beautiful. I like the white. The white is nice. Tailored for you. They say it's a celebration of Black style and craftsmanship. And so this is what the looks were inspired by. I wanted to show you guys this. That is boss. I like that. So yeah, it was a dedication to Black people, you know, the whole style. Next year they'll probably say it's a dedication to illegals or something. I don't know. And this is Lupita Nyong'o. I like the baby blue. That is beautiful. So yeah, guys, I want to know from you guys, what do you guys think is the best look that we've seen so far? This is Sabrina Carpenter. My
Yes, and your
daughter's like
mama made that
obsessed with
happen,
her.
Junie.
All these kids, they love Sabrina Carpenter. Like, this is their girl. This is like their Beyonce of this generation, of the youngins, of the preteens and the teens. I like the look. It was a little bit much, but I like it. She looks beautiful. You know, less is more sometimes. She looks nice. Her butt was out, but not too out. She had it covered. Here's Serena Williams. She looks good. This is Shakira, guys. So yeah. Well, guys, our time has come to an end, I think. We talked about a lot. We talked about Smokey Robinson. We talked about Diddy. I gave you guys an update. Guys, give me a subscribe, a share. Give me a subscription. If you're not already following, give me a follow. If you're following me on X, I need y'all to head on over to YouTube and give me a follow. Nora Christine Live. I'll be doing a lot of Diddy coverage, guys. I might start doing at least every day for 15, 20 minutes just to get the coverage out there. A lot is going to be moving fast with Diddy. A lot's going to come out. So definitely, you guys like what you're seeing. Give me a subscription on my personal page, but also I'm on the new party. Tonight we will be live streaming the Man Cave show. So you check that out if that's what you're interested in. Tomorrow night, you want to come back here at 8 p.m. We are going to be having a politician on. He's running in Georgia, in Atlanta, Georgia. So he's going to be running for Congress. A lot of people are coming out. So we're going to keep doing these interviews, getting in your area. If you guys want to follow, come and watch us. We had Bernard Taylor on last week. So we have Jonathan Bonner coming on tomorrow night. So definitely, if you aren't already following, give us a follow. Also, guys, no one called me. I'm disappointed. Give us a call tomorrow. We'll be taking calls live during the interview for him. 407-602-8114. You're going to want to lock that into your phone. And if you didn't give me a like yet, hit that like button. Hit that like button. And I need you, if you're watching me on YouTube, if you're subscribing, hit the notification bell. Get notified when I go live, because that's how you'll know. Because I like to mix it up some days. And I'm going to say God bless to everyone. I hope you have a fabulous day.